Welcome to Sissy Bro YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel, we post a variety of content. Some of the content that we post on this YouTube channel is the NFL, the NBA, and some baseball. We also post Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney videos, and we have some other cool videos. I'll go check those out. If you guys can, hit the like and subscribe button to become a legend. Here at Sissy Bro, we want to keep the positivity at max height. So, if you put something nice down in the comments below, we will heart it and drop a like on it. Enough of me rambling, let's hop into this video. At the time of me recording this, it is about to be week 3, and I'm going to predict who I think is going to go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it, because now I have a feel on a couple injuries, how the teams are doing, and I'm going to give you who I think from the AFC, all the playoffs and all that stuff, who I think is going to win the division, all that in this video. My two teams that are going to go in the 7th spot is the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. These two teams play on Sunday, so that will decide who I think will get the 7th seed. In the 5th seed, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've looked pretty good in 2 weeks. I think they have a little bit of a chance to go far if the offense can do well. The defense has been really good through 2 weeks, but I think that offense could give them a little bit of problems. Their Big Ben has barely beaten Jeff Driscoll and Daniel Jones, but I think they could put it together and they could be second in the division and snag the number 5th seed. Now, with the first place in the AFC North, it is the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill has looked very good in the first 2 weeks. Derrick Henry is going to be picking up towards the end. And when it gets cold in the later months, Derrick Henry is going to be hard to stop. Cold, big bruising back. That's going to be pretty hard to stop. And I think the Tennessee Titans will become the 4th seed in the AFC and win the AFC South. By the way, I do not think Houston's too good. They've played pretty bad this year, and I don't see them making the playoffs. I think the Colts are a better team. That's why I put them. But I think the Titans will be about 10-6, 11-5. In the 3rd seed is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have been playing really good football. Josh Allen has been playing like an MVP candidate, and I think they're going to go 12-4, first in the AFC East, and I think they're going to beat the New England Patriots and finally take their crown, and I think they're going to have a pretty good season. Josh Allen is going to be a whole lot better this year, and I think the Bills' defense is one of the best in the NFL, so they're in the 3rd seed. In the 2nd seed is the Baltimore Ravens, which I think they're going to go 13-3. They could easily come in the number 1 seed, but I think the team ahead of them is just a little bit better. But I think they're going to go 13-3, first in the AFC North. They're going to be really, really good. Lamar is going to be an MVP contender again. They were amazing last year and continue to be amazing. I think they could definitely grab the 2nd or 1st seed, but in the first seed, it is the Kansas City Chiefs. And the number 1 seed in the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Patrick Mahomes. They have the best player in the league, pretty good defense, and he's going to carry them. They are playing the Ravens on Monday night, so that's probably going to be who gets for the number 1 seed. I think they're going to be great teams, but I just think Mahomes is going to outdo the Ravens and get the number 1 seed in the AFC. In the number 7 seed, it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady has looked kind of old, okay. And I think they're going to do just enough, around 9-7, and squeak into the number 7 seed. But everyone's thinking they're Super Bowl contenders. You add a couple old players. I don't know if they're Super Bowl contenders. They're good, but I don't know if they can really push and be with the teams like the Packers, Seahawks, and other explosive offenses. But I think they're good enough to make the playoffs. In the number 6 seed, it is the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams have looked really good this year. Their defense has stepped up a lot. And I think Jared Goff is back to his 2018 form where he led them to a Super Bowl appearance. They have a chance to be really good. And I think they will. They started the season 2-0. Jared Goff is playing really good. So I think they have the chance to grab the number 6 seed. But I think the Buccaneers and them can flip. But that NFC West is really rough to predict. They're going to be all really good. In the number 5 seed, it is the Arizona Cardinals, which they are a really good team. But I think they're going to go something like 12-4, be a really good team. But the team in first place is really, really good. I could definitely see the Cardinals being a top team. I think Kyler Murray is going to be an MVP conversation. That defense is a little suspect, but they have a couple good stars on the defense. Their secondary is pretty good. Pat Pete, Budda Baker, a couple other stars in the front seven. And they have a real chance to compete for a Super Bowl in a loaded NFC West. But I think they're coming in the 5th seed. In the 4th seed, winning the NFC East, is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys has looked pretty okay through 2 weeks. They won the second game by a hair against the choking Atlanta Falcons. But they could easily be 0-2. I'm more looking towards the future. I think they're going to click the Eagles, look like trash. And the Giants lost Saquon. And the Redskins, the football team look really bad. If I say the R word, don't bite my head off. It's still me getting used to it. But the Cowboys are the best team in the division. The secondary is a little weak, but they're going to win the division by default. And I think they're going to go maybe 10-6, 9-7. Coming in the 3rd seed is the New Orleans Saints, which I think they're going to go maybe 11-5-ish. I think Drew Brees is looking a little iffy this year. They play a tough game against my Green Bay Packers, which, if they don't win that game, that could be really scarce for New Orleans fans. He looked pretty average in the Tampa Bay game. He looked really bad in the Vegas game. And if he can't, he's going to have to put this second a lot of points on the board if he wants to beat Aaron Rodgers. Seattle Seahawks. So I don't know if the Saints are going to be great this year, but I think they're the best team in the division. Playing the best football of his career. They're letting Russ cook and getting the 3rd seed. Scary. He's playing MVP type level, and I don't know if anyone can really stop them. I'm predicting a good 13-3, 12-4, and you're wondering, where's the 49ers? We'll talk to you guys about that in a little bit. While I think the 49ers are Super Bowl contenders, but what scares me a little bit is their defensive line. Their defensive line is really bad. They are one of the lowest sacks, pressures. Their defensive line is atrocious. And that is really scary. If you are a Seahawks fan, they only have 2 really great players on the defense, Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams. I guess Jamal Adams is playing a hybrid middle linebacker to put pressure on the quarterback. But I don't know if the long term, if that's going to hurt them. And I honestly could see them losing to the NFC Championship game because they can't get pressure on a quarterback. But their offense is explosive. DK Metcalf. They have so many stars. Tyler Lockett. They are going to be really good. Expect them to go far in the playoffs. In the number 1 seed, it's the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers. The Packers are doing better than I expected, and I'm a huge Packer fan. They are doing way better than I thought. Listen to this. They're one of the only teams. We have the highest scoring offense. We've scored 85 points through 2 games. Aaron Rodgers has 6 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, lighten it up. And we don't even need a second wide receiver. We got MVS, Allen Lazard. This Packers team is scary. I think the Seahawks have a lot of competition, and I think the Packers are going to go like 14-2, 13-3, 12-4 is their low. I thought the Packers would be 11-5 going into the year because everyone was saying how bad they were, and I thought they got worse. But the Packers look really good. I am so happy with the way Aaron Rodgers is playing. And Aaron Rodgers is motivated. He wants to show everyone what he's still got in the tank. And they're scary. Their defense, the Smith brothers, they have one of the best underrated secondaries. Darnell Savage, Adrian Amos, Jair Alexander, and a couple of second and third corners are pretty good. Sullivan just had a huge game. Just had a pick. Jair Alexander is one of the best safeties in the league. So don't count out the Packers. Packers are Super Bowl contenders, and I'm all for it. We're winning the Super Bowl. Most of you are asking, where are the 49ers? The 49ers have so many injuries right now that we don't know the extent to all of their injuries. And let's say all these players are out, and none of them are going to come back to full strength. Let's just recap. George Kittle, he's out for a couple weeks. They lost Jimmy G, Raheem Mostert, the three best offensive players. And then I believe they lost Nick Bosa and Dee Ford and Richard Sherman, and I believe somebody from the front seven. Their team is banged up big time, and unless I know who's going to be returning for the playoffs and for most of the season, I cannot put them in the playoffs. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button. I know these rough times right now, but stay happy, stay positive, stay strong. What do you guys think about all these playoff seeds? I'll be doing part 2 tomorrow, which I predict who's going to win each matchup. This has been Bro. Peace out, guys.